Ahoy and welcome into the Junk Drawer, part of the Korked Bats podcast network. Today is October 21st, 2023, or at least that's the day we're recording it. I'm Kenny from Korked Bats, one of the faces of the Junk Drawer podcast, and we got a full house today. This is I don't know what the record is for amount of people.
I'm
on
Uncle
the Junk
Joey
Drawer podcast. Oh yeah, you're Uncle Joey.
Yeah,
full house. Good reference, bro. You got the sickest references. And I'm joined by three other Korked Bats members today. Let's start with Tom. Tom, how are you?
I'm great.
Cool. Good to see you, man. I'm also joined by Mob. Mob, how are you?
Howdy.
And I'm also joined by Kevin. How you doing?
My ears hurt, but that's cool.
Yeah, he yelled. He got a new mic, and so now when he yells, it hurts. Usually when Mob used to yell, we'd be like, "What was that, Mob?" Mic joke. All right. So if you are new to the Junk Drawer or simply forgot what it is, this is the official catch-all podcast of the Korked Bats Podcast Network. We're just here to have a good time, talk about a lot of random stuff. Our main segment, as always, is Good, Back, Ugly, where we talk about what we find good, what's back, and what's ugly. But first, Tom, name a woman.
Margot Robbie.
Got it. All right. Kevin.
Daisy Ridley. Oh, no women. Just
you ruined it.
I thought I was being called upon.
You ruined it. Okay. Mob, name a woman.
Aunt Jemima.
Aunt Jemima.
Is she
fair? I mean, you're not wrong.
She got her bottle taken away, right?
What?
I don't know.
Let's not talk about Aunt Jemima.
I don't know if that's the term we would use. That she,
Mrs. Buttersworth, whatever, one of the two.
I think Aunt Jemima is a real person. Was a real person? I don't know.
I think she was based on somebody real. Kind of how. Yeah, I think she was based upon someone real, but maybe not her real name. Unknown.
Maybe.
I'm not going to pretend to know, actually.
Well, guys, we got a lot to talk about from the world of sports, entertainment, and just the world. So I say, let's go ahead. Let's get right into it. We'll start with our goods of the week. So today I'm just going to play facilitator. We got a jam pack. We don't want to be here for 2 hours. So I just want to hear what you guys think is good, back, and ugly. So let's start with our goods. And you know what? I think we should start with Kevin. What is your good of the week?
Oh, my good is SNL. I believe that it's October 28th, so not tonight, but next week. They are having Nate Bargatze host, and the Foo Fighters are playing musically. And I don't really get up for SNL like I used to. We've talked about it before, where the best eras were the eras where you were 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. But Nate's my favorite comedian in the game right now. And for about a year now, I've been on a big late 90s, early aughts alt-rock kick. So the Foo Fighters are really doing it for me right now. So this is just personally tailored for me.
Yeah.
And I mean, I was going to say I haven't watched it in a long time, but that's not true. I just watched it last week because I saw Travis Kelce appeared. So that would make me a liar. So I won't say that. But I'm just excited to be excited. You know, every once in a while it feels good to feel good.
Yeah, agreed. I would say this. I don't think I am.
Deep.
I still like watching SNL, but I no longer stay up for SNL.
Oh, no way. We watch it the next day.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, dude, we're so old.
Yeah. Staying up late for SNL is tough.
But I also do that.
It's our Sunday tradition.
Free.
Frozen pizza and SNL.
The last time I stayed up to watch it was for Travis Kelce.
Right.
And I literally, it was like 10 o'clock. And I was like, you know what? Gonna get a quick little nap in right now. And then I'm not sure I made it through the entire episode. I'm not gonna lie.
Dude,
yeah.
If I took a 10 p.m. nap, there's no way I'm waking up from the nap.
Yeah, I'm just going to bed.
That's crazy.
It's over, dude.
10 p.m. nap, that's bedtime.
Did you have to set an alarm?
Yeah.
Because I feel like I would have to set an alarm that late to make sure
I didn't, because I didn't want to sleep through it. So you set an alarm just in case.
Of course.
I don't think I actually like fell asleep, but like I was like, I'm gonna rest, you know, what the classic parent. I'm just resting my eyes. Just resting my eyes.
Fair enough. Well, cool. Yeah, SNL. So here's the thing. Nate Bargatze, when I saw that, I was kind of shocked. Not because like I don't think
I didn't know he was that big.
Because he will be awesome. But that's exactly what you just said, Kevin. Like I didn't realize that he was SNL like on their radar. But then you think about
he's playing like
he's got
actual
he's
big
stadiums.
Not
probably
football stadiums, but like he
But I
he had a
watched
couple
his-
at the Bridgestone Arena while I was in Nashville, which his hometown. But like
that ain't
he's-
small.
no,
He's having to reschedule his St. Louis show, which I was gonna go to, and I think our other friend was gonna go to as well. He's rescheduling it to June of 24, so it's kind of like.
but also
Be a different
it's a
person
long
then.
time.
prior to COVID, he had like a pilot for a TV show where
Oh, really?
the
Yeah.
Red and Kitty
It was gonna be awesome.
were in it.
Oh,
Like
nice.
they
that
were
90s
playing
show?
his parents. Yeah.
Yeah,
From
it was
that
gonna be
90s
based
show.
on his mom and dad.
No,
his dad was a magician.
Well, his dad is a magician in real
Yeah.
life.
It still is, yeah.
Yeah.
Still is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't buy Red Foreman as a magician.
It's funny because like I remember listening to Nate Bargatze's first like album like 10 years ago and being like, I'm the only guy who knows about it. I don't want to brag, but like at the time I was like, this guy's awesome.
Yeah.
He's
Like-
so funny.
Or like you'd watch him on like
when
his
he
late
looked
night appearances.
different.
Yeah, he looked
Yeah.
real schlubby.
Completely different. Like now he's
yeah,
like
he actually
He's like
pretty
handsome
good
now.
looking.
now.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, he looks good.
That's what money will do for you.
I think really diabetes will do that for you. He said he was pre-diabetic, so he just has to stop eating all the candy.
that will make that will force some life
I
changes.
think he just started eating better.
Well, good for him, I guess. I mean, well, yeah, not for having it, but like doing the right thing and keeping it in check.
Yeah,
so.
this is a quote from Conan. He said he had he was pre-type 2, which is the earned kind, not the genetic kind. So he had to make
You really
a
gotta work
lifestyle
hard for that.
change. Yeah.
That's great. Well, yeah, no, I'm really excited, and I don't think my wife has seen any of his stand-up, so I'm gonna sit her down and watch his newest one, which I think is his best one.
I still think
it's
the Tennessee
so
Kid
funny. That one
Really?
was the first one I ever
I cried
saw, so I
laughing.
have a soft spot for it. But this new one was way better than the previous one, which was kind of weird that he did like outdoors during COVID.
Yeah,
There was,
yeah.
like,
That one-
helicopters.
That one
and
doesn't really
Yeah.
exist to me.
couldn't really hear
Yeah.
people, but
It wasn't
Yeah.
bad. It was even
No.
he said it was like weird because like you couldn't tell if people were laughing.
Yeah,
yeah,
Like,
because
that
they were
was
so
the
spread
hard-
apart.
The only
environment,
the only thing I remember from that special is me thinking, maybe I do want some Air Maxes.
Yeah.
Mm,
Yeah.
is that what
That's fair.
started it for you?
that's fair.
The only thing I remember about that special is I'm pretty sure that's the one where he said he started talking about how his parents reached a certain age and he is now the adult in this relationship. And I was like, dang, yeah, I feel that. Shout out, Dad.
Yeah, it's really funny. The latest special on Amazon Prime. I
It's
forget the
good.
name of it, but it's there's some stuff he talks
something
about that I'm just like, that is
world.
just when he talks about
Relatable.
when he talks about like the difference between going out in your 20s, 30s, and 40s,
Yeah.
like maybe the funniest.
I'll literally
One of the funniest
burn
stuff
my
I've
house
ever-
down. Let's go do anything right now.
Yeah. Well, cool. So yeah, SNL, good. It's gonna be on tonight. Bad Bunny's
His
hosting.
new Prime. It's on Prime. It's called Hello World. So you should
Hello
watch it if you
World,
haven't.
Nate Bargatze on Amazon Prime. We are not sponsored by Amazon Prime or Nate Bargatze. We're just real big fans of both. So,
Mhm.
all right. Well, Kev, thanks for your good, man. I think we should move on to how about our good friend Tom?
Yo.
Tom. I am gonna guess. I think I know what your good of the week is just by what you're wearing.
Oh, this whole thing?
But Tom, what is your good of the
Whole
week?
thing? Boys, the Detroit Lions are good.
Yeah,
What
Jersey
Lion?
is that?
This is a Stafford jersey.
It's Matt Stafford jersey.
Oh,
That tells you
This was a
Tom was
gift.
there when they were
Tom's a real-
down.
He's a
Yeah.
real fan.
I chose to follow them when they were just shit,
Yeah.
you know. But I can also confidently say that I have watched very little games this season. In the last couple of seasons, to be honest, just because I've got a lot going on in my outside life,
Right.
work, school, all sorts of stuff. So I can't
Child.
stay caught up with them a lot. But I can't forget the baby. She's probably the most important part. But I do my damnedest to make sure I read about them and like follow them as best I can. And this is the best season they've had in a long time. And
Is
it's
it-
very exciting.
Is it maybe because I can't remember a season where ever, at least in my lifetime, where they were this good?
Right. Well, it's like I was reading the other day. I think 12 years ago they had a pretty
they were really
was
good
like
with
the same
Stafford
start.
1 year.
They made the
Yeah.
playoffs with Stafford
But-
one year.
But then
I think 1 year they were
hadn't-
like 6-1.
Yeah. But then like before that, they hadn't had like a great like playoff making season since like '94.
Mm-hmm.
It was like the last time before
This
that.
is a real
So
throwback. In
so yeah.
'99, they beat the Rams. That's all I remember, and the Rams were good.
Man, you are an
Yeah.
encyclopedia of knowledge.
I know. Go
But yeah.
Lions!
Yeah,
Lions.
go Lions. So,
And like I've said before, my
Mhm.
heart will always be with the Chiefs, but my secret fandom,
Dude,
and honestly, I feel like
own it.
I'm gonna blow it because like they got a game tomorrow, and like I've never wear this jersey, mostly because I don't look good in jerseys. But I feel like
Okay, who does though? Let's have that debate real quick.
I mean,
Not like on a
who's
daily
on the
basis.
field.
I have a
Well,
very
okay, yeah. Let's exclude the players.
I have a
Yeah.
very specific clothes wearing outfit / routine for Chiefs game days, which ironically I did not do against the Lions in our first game,
Kenny.
and we lost. Ever
Yeah.
since then, I've done it. And how many games have we lost since then?
Zero.
Go zero.
So, yeah, Tom, you might have screwed him over. But
I do think
Yeah,
that
I was worried to bring this up because I haven't really talked about it, and they've been on a real roll recently,
tear.
and so we'll see
I
how they do
believe,
tomorrow.
honestly. I think they're the
I
most
think-
liked team universally that we've had in a while.
Yeah,
I don't think really. How can you dislike them?
I
Unless
also
you're
don't think.
I mean,
I
they're just
wouldn't
a-
say.
Yes.
I wouldn't say they're the best team in the NFL, but I
No.
would also say that they're not frauds. I think
No.
that's important.
No,
Yeah.
No,
they're just a
gonna
good
win.
working class team.
They're
blue
gonna win
collar.
the NFC North.
They represent
Yeah.
the city well.
And like
Number one.
my thing is like I just think I've been born with this innate thing in my brain that the Lions are just gonna mess it up. And like
Sure.
there's nothing about this team that tells you that's gonna happen. Like Dan Campbell's awesome. Like
He's been a great coach.
I don't know if you guys saw this, but like he was answering a question from a reporter and he finished answering the question and he just like pointed at him and was like, I see you and my heart goes out to you because this reporter's wife had just died. Like
What a good guy.
he's just a good dude, Dan
Yeah.
Campbell. And it's like there's nothing about it that makes it feel like it, but it's the Lions. And so like they're not
They were the
allowed to
perfect
have
Hard Knocks
success.
team a couple of years ago too. They're just so likable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
They're just like
also-
the bad news Bears.
Yeah. Speaking of Dan Campbell, I just want to throw out there that his nicotine and caffeine intake is legendary.
It's crazy.
And I
His heart's
respect
going to
it.
explode.
I know.
He's just a
Jeez.
great big bear of a man.
They like did a calculation
Yeah.
because there's like some press conference where he's talking about how much coffee he
His
drinks in the
schedule,
morning.
yeah.
And somebody made a TikTok or something about like the amount of caffeine in his like daily morning coffee order, and it's like at like like not healthy and by any
Yeah.
means not
I've
safe.
It was like
either.
a quad shot espresso first thing in the morning, then like a
Yikes.
second one in the afternoon. He had like
Meanwhile,
10 shots of espresso a day or something.
I have had to cut back coffee to like once a week because it's just tearing me up too much.
week?
Yeah.
once a week.
This is my special day. This
I was
is
gonna
my
say, how
special
do you
day right
decide?
now.
How do you decide?
Well,
It's
because
gotta be
Saturday mornings
Saturday.
I don't really like leave the house that much, and so like I'm free to just like blow up the toilet as often as I need to.
Oh my
But
gosh.
It's a toilet issue. It's not a
oh
heart issue.
yeah, no. It's just
Oh,
like
You've just been
rolling around in there, just ruining my insides.
caught out one too many times at work, basically.
Yeah.
What do you do during like what do you do? Like what do you do during
How
the
do you
week?
waste time at
What do you
work?
mean?
What do you mean? What are you talking about?
What do you mean? What do you mean?
I've just been starting my day with water and drinking it all day.
My God.
I know.
You're just raw dogging life. Oh my
I know.
gosh.
Do you think I enjoy this? Do you think I enjoy this life?
Oh man.
I miss
Man,
it so
I've-
much. I'm doing
I've
okay right now,
never-
though.
I've never Yeah.
I'm feeling pretty good.
I can't believe when you I thought you were gonna say 1 cup a day, and I was like, oh, that's
Huh.
kind of a bummer.
Yeah,
have
I was
2 or
gonna
3.
say like
No.
I've had the thought of maybe I need to cut it down to 1 cup a day.
I
That's
probably should have
responsible.
one a
And then
day,
you said
but-
week.
Yeah.
It blew my
No,
mind.
I just
Wow.
noticed the last few months something's
Did
been
you have,
going
like-
on with me, and I
Did
just
you
tried
have
an
bad
experiment a couple
caffeine
weeks
withdrawal
ago.
for a while? Did you have like
Not
headaches
really.
really?
The first
Man.
day I tried it, I got a headache, but then I was like fine after that. Like 2 weeks ago, I started it and like had some over the weekend and was like, it doesn't make me feel the greatest. And then then during the week I just kind of cut it out. And
If
here
I
we
don't
are.
have coffee by like 10 a.m., my head feels like it's gonna burst.
Yeah. Yeah, I had a headache
Not great,
this morning.
but
yeah, real bad. And I was like, coffee healed it. So that's
it's
not
amazing.
good.
It's over. You take a sip of coffee and it's gone 60
don't-
seconds later.
I don't like
Not
the changes my body have gone through recently,
That's
but this
very
is where I'm
good.
at.
I just coffee just like it's not even because I'll do some Sundays where I don't do coffee and it has nothing to do with my rumblies and my tumblies. It has everything to do with I'm lazy and don't want to make it.
Mm-hmm.
And like, do I have a slight headache? Yeah, but like I can get through it.
You'll get through it. Yeah, it's not like a massive killer
I
headache.
I can't imagine not having the good taste in my mouth that is coffee every day.
It's like makes me like it.
Mhm.
It's like my reason for living. That's how much I love coffee.
It just tastes good.
It's a big part of my routine these days.
I'm trying to find like good coffee substitutes though, but they're all kind of just like pricey and expensive.
Like
and it's
mud
just
water.
yeah, something like
Yeah.
that. But I don't know.
Kombucha is pretty tasty. It's not really a substitute at all.
I don't know if I want to be a kombucha guy.
It can be pricey too.
I hear kombucha, I think cold plunge. It's just like I don't want either one of those.
Well, you're not wrong.
Speaking of
there.
cold plunge, Dan Campbell seems like the kind of guy who would want to talk about your marriage with you while doing a cold plunge.
Yeah. That's pretty spot
For him,
on.
I might do it.
Yeah. Well, the Lions are good. Thanks, Tom.
Mhm.
Thank you for that. And thank you for being so brave with
one
your
last
coffee
note. I think
choices.
Dan Campbell, without a doubt, is the number one coach you'd want to just hang out with for an hour.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
I don't
Not
think
a
there's a close
question.
second at the moment. Like I'd hang out with Andy just because I love.
It's
Andy,
a different
but-
hang.
Yeah.
Oh,
it's a
totally
different
different.
It's a
Andy's
hang out
like,
at
hey, you
Jack
want to go
Stack
get
for
a
like
quart
4
of
hours.
Haagen-Dazs and just sit in silence for a while and chill?
Yeah. Yes, I do.
Yeah.
I mean, that sounds
All
nice
right.
too.
Well, the
but-
Lions are good. Well, that brings us to our last good of the week with Mob. Mob, what's good, bro?
So I don't know if you guys saw this week, but there were 2 Philadelphia Eagles players who went to their first live baseball game.
Can we
And
watch this?
The
Can we watch this,
wholesomeness
Kenny?
of it was just
They've never been to a baseball game before?
they're 2 adults and they had never been to a baseball game and they sat right behind home plate and they were mic'd.
Well, didn't
So
they?
we got to experience them experiencing their first live baseball
Who
game.
was
and
it? It
a
was
Phillies.
DeAndre Swift and
It was DeAndre Swift and Terrell Edmonds.
yeah.
Oop.
Where did they grow up?
And it was a
I don't
Phillies
know.
playoff game. And so they were at the Phillies park. So it was electric. So it's like the best atmosphere you could experience for a baseball game.
Let me get this.
DeAndre
But they were
Swift was
just
born
quick.
in Philly. Really? That's kind of sick.
Hmm.
I didn't know that.
Here we go.
You're just whatever.
I don't know. Follow Philly.
Here we go.
But
Here we go.
Okay, but Tremaine or
my first one. This one crazy. This is my first one too. I want to see a home run. Not right now, though. Yeah, not right now. Baseball season be so long, so long. How many games they got?
True, it is long.
Don't get me the line. I don't know. Maybe different city damn near every other day. He look like he about to do damage though. Bam! I told you.
that's a sick call.
What a first game to be
He
in.
got a good song. He got everybody singing with it. Everybody know the song. That song probably gonna be in my head all night. Okay. You know, like in baseball, they switch pitchers every game. Yeah, because they can't pitch too many times in a row, right? There's so many little ins and outs with baseball I ain't know about. I said, if I ever play baseball, I don't want to bat. I don't want none of that. Put me in the outfield somewhere. You see what I'm saying, bro? Like, that's 100 miles per hour. Hello. Come on, Rob. Yes, sir. I almost said ref. I gotta say umpire, right? They the ball boys. Oh. I know he love his job though, boy. No, hell yeah. He having fun. Bam. He taking second? Nah, he ain't gonna take second. Yeah, all right. You tell me, you better go back. That was too high, boy. I don't even know why he swung at that one. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Come on. Oh yeah. Come on. Oh yeah. Come on. Let's go. Oh yeah. This dog lit. Where they switch pitches again? God damn. Okay. I ain't no baseball games live like this though. I gotta come back to one of these for real. For real.
like the
so
MLB
awesome. I
needs
love
to
that
just
so
play
much.
that as a commercial.
That's
Yeah.
how you
Man.
get people back to games.
Right. And so I saw that and it's so funny to me because you got DeAndre Swift saying like, put me in the outfield. I don't want to bat. I don't want any of that. And this is a guy who gets drilled by 260-pound men
Yeah.
every play.
Whoa.
Whoa.
Really?
You're scared of
You
little
heard me,
balls?
Tom.
Interesting. Well,
Sometimes
Sometimes from the
From
front,
multiple
sometimes
angles,
from the behind,
directions.
sometimes from
I-
the sides.
both at the same time.
Yeah. Yeah. I do
Should've said
also
angles,
appreciate
really.
them being in Philly, and they've already adopted the term John, which
Oh yeah,
Well,
love
so
that.
DeAndre Swift is from Philly.
Oh, okay. That makes sense then.
which we're just
What is this term?
John? It's like
Yeah.
a Philly specific term
For
and it's
anything.
for just anything.
Yeah, you can
This
say
is John. That's a
You would-
John.
you
The more I
learn this
learn
if you would
about
watch
Philly, the
Abbott
more I
Elementary.
respect the hell out of Philly. I love
Mhm.
the city of Philadelphia.
There's also a great scene in Creed where it is explained.
That's
Yeah.
true.
The first one? That's the
Yeah,
only
the
one.
first Creed they talk about.
Yeah.
Yes, what's a
Go back and
John? And
watch
she's
it.
like,
They're-
a
I
John
think
is
they're
just
sitting. They're
this is
sitting.
John. That's a John.
It's the first time they go on a date.
They're John.
Yeah.
They're
Yeah.
eating Philly
Okay. I remember
cheesesteaks.
that scene. I don't remember the dialogue. I
Yeah.
have to go back and watch it.
So it's a great video though. I love that video.
That was fun.
It's so wholesome. Like you get to
Philly
see these
rocks.
adults experiencing something for the first time, and it's just like, I love it.
It's
Yeah.
very
I wonder,
similar to
though-
when. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say, I wonder though if they would feel the same if they went to a game like mid-season in
No.
like July. It's just like this
No.
bar has been set way too high for them. Like they're gonna expect this now every time they go.
And they went to the best. Like the Bank is the best stadium in baseball right now to go to a game. It's rocking every week. But it reminded me a lot of when Tony discovered the Blues like 6 or 7 years ago, and he was like, "Why didn't any white people tell me about hockey? This shit rules." I think it was a playoff game versus the Blackhawks, and I think we won in OT. And he's been like, the Blues basically adopted him. He's been like a
he's the
super
Blues
fan
super
ever
fan, yeah.
since. He's
And he like
awesome.
legit follows hockey now. He knows like
Oh,
the
yeah,
ins
he
and
follows
outs
the
of
whole
every
league now.
team. Yeah,
You
I
know?
love it. What's his that? Tony X on Twitter. Go
that's what he
follow
is
him.
on the X machine.
Oh yeah, on X.
On the
formerly known as
X.
Twitter.
The X platform.
Yeah, that's a good mob.
Yeah,
job.
good, bro. Good. All right. Well, Mob, appreciate you. So let's move on to our backs of the week. And let's circle on back to our good friend Kevin. Kevin, what's back, bro?
Florida Marlins, Miami Marlins are back. They are back to being idiots. They they didn't fight. They just mutually parted ways with their GM, Kim Ng, first female GM in baseball history. She just took them back to the playoffs for the first time legitimately in a million years. That COVID year didn't count. They basically just said, we're going to hire a baseball. This is kind of nitty gritty, but we're going to hire a baseball president of operations and he's going to be above you. And she was like, what the hell? I just did something for the team that this is the perpetual joke franchise in the Major League Baseball. And she was like, all right, screw you guys. I'm out. So the Marlins guaranteed are going to be crap next year. Just how they roll. They bubble up once every decade. They do something dumb. They have a fire sale, and then they're back to the bottom. They're going to be back to the bottom. I love Skip Schumacher, manager, former Cardinal, go Birds. But they're just stupid. Also, Cardinals, hire her. Fire Mo.
Ooh,
Fire
good
Mo.
idea.
Fire Mo.
Good idea.
Fire Mo. Get that stupid bow tie on my face. Fire that guy.
How long has Mo been the GM?
Too long.
I think 2000. I think 2009, 8. It's been.
Oh,
You want
really?
to talk about a guy who's flying on the laurels of someone else's
No.
success?
I want to say Jocketty was fired after 07. Does that sound right?
But
Mom?
we got an old owner who's like, oh, I don't want to fire people I like. So they keep a guy who's like, literally, if anything, if any other franchise in any other sport had any other season like the Cardinals had this year, someone would be fired. But for the Cardinals, it's like,
Yep.
we had a bad season and it looked really bad and the team looked poor. You know what we're going to do? We're going to keep
We're gonna run back.
the
Stay
GM
the course.
and the coach.
Stay
Oh,
the
and guess
course.
what? Last year we said we're going to increase payroll. We said we're going to do that this year too, but they're not going to do it because they're old and they're rich and they're crotchety and they know that the best fans in baseball will show up, so they'll get their money.
Oh my gosh.
Fire Mo.
This has
Actually,
been your.
You heard it here.
Give me the team.
This is what I
Just do
truly
it.
wanted. I wanted
This
to
is-
set Mob off here. And
Yeah,
Should
this
we
has been your
pool our
official-
resources together and make an offer. I think we can do
dude.
it.
All right,
I
I'm
think
going to
we
say,
could-
how
we
do you
could
guys
spot him,
feel
like-
about $80,000?
Yeah,
I'm
80,000.
just gonna write a number down and I'm gonna
Yeah.
slide it across the table.
Will that do it? I mean, $80,000.
Also, Kim recently reportedly just rejected the Red Sox GM job, so she's cool in my book.
Yeah,
Nice.
what
Just
a
saying.
baller
Get
move.
wrecked, Red Sox.
She Billy Beaned them.
Yeah.
Get wrecked.
Heck yeah.
I would like to say that to Mob in particular, thank you for your. This has been your Mob rant of the week, which is becoming I feel like a staple on the Junk Drawer podcast.
I'm trying to get on First Take.
Dude,
Yeah.
you should be on First Take. Name somebody who's better on First Take now than you would be.
Yeah,
You can't do it. It's impossible.
or whatever Skip's show is. I could take down Skip.
Dude, Skip
Undisputed.
Show.
Oh my
Yeah.
God, Skip Bayless is such a jackass.
But he gets paid $5 million a year to yell. I can do that.
Yeah, you can.
I will
Obviously,
say-
you've shown you have the
That's
ability.
peanuts. $5 mil.
Anytime the Cowboys lose, I run straight to Skip's Twitter account because he just does the funniest like selfie videos of just him just like
Puffing and puffing. Yeah.
The thing is like
Says no words.
We all can dislike him. He knows exactly what he's doing.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
He's actually pretty smart. Like he made that video last year where he threw away his Dak jersey.
Mhm.
He does it
Doubled
every year.
down on it this year.
He does it every year.
and
yeah.
did it again. Yeah, and it's like, okay, this guy knows what he's doing.
If he knew what he was doing, he'd make more than $5 million. I'll tell you that much right now.
Tom got him. Freaking got him, bro. Oh man.
I
Well,
don't know.
Mom,
He
or
gets
excuse me,
paid.
Kevin. Thank you for your back of the week. Let's move on to Tom. Tom, what is your back of the week?
Oh, yeah, boys. My back of the week. Astros being called cheaters again. It's awesome. It's that time of year.
I'm tired of the Astros.
Emphasis on ass because they're cheaters.
Yeah, it's like a yearly tradition. Anytime that we get to the playoffs and the Astros are in it, somebody has to talk about it. And
Yeah, they cheat.
yeah,
I'll say,
know,
I'll
ifs,
say,
ands, or buts.
I'll say this much. I hate the Astros,
Mhm.
but the one good
Never
thing
respect
is
them.
when Jose Altuve hits a home run, you get to watch a tiny little child run around the bases, and it's kind of cute.
Gosh.
that's fair.
So
He hit one
he's
last night, and
five.
he hit one last night, and he's running around the
5'5".
bases, and it looks like a miniature little like you know how they make those miniature pictures of players. Yeah, that's
Mhm.
exactly what it looked like. And Aaron Judge wasn't even out on the field. You just had
It's like the
normies
Kyler
out
Murray
there.
meme. Yeah.
Yeah. It's like it's like so much, maybe like the power, since he's so small, the power is more concentrated inside of his body.
I don't understand how he does it.
Yeah. It's wild.
How can he hit a ball 400 feet and I can't even hit it 200 feet? What's that about?
He hit his
Dude, I can't even
third
hit it 50
go-ahead home run in the playoffs in the 9th inning last night, which
That
is insane that one player has hit a go-ahead home run in the 9th inning 3 times in their career.
Yeah. I will say this in regards to calling the
He's
Astros
unbelievable.
cheaters.
They are.
Don't do it. Yeah, they are. And I hate the Astros. Don't do that here where I live. I made that mistake one time and I will never make it again.
In Austin, I figured the Austin would have been more. You know what? Austin's a fair weather city. Austin sucks. I think. We can
Wow.
all agree.
Okay. Anyways, ouch. I would say that
Just kidding.
the overall demographic of baseball fandom in Austin is way more Astros than it is Rangers.
Yeah, because they've been good.
Right.
Yeah. But then you make a joke about the Astros being cheaters, and then you realize, oh, not the move.
Did someone
Not
get in your
the
face
move.
about it?
I made like a passing joke to some people probably last year about the Astros being cheaters, and it fell on deaf ears. It was
Yikes.
kind of awkward. So
The weird
I
part
do
about the
that.
whole cheating scandal is they clearly didn't need to be cheating because
Right.
they're
They've won one
They
without it.
were- yeah.
and
They
they're
should be okay with
feels
the
like they're
jokes
going to
by
go
now.
back and win again this year. Yeah,
And I also feel
Yeah.
like I don't think there's ever
It's
been
just
like a
Austin.
more clear example of a team cheating and not getting any
Pretty bad.
really
Penalty.
any trouble for it.
Yeah.
pretty
New England.
bad.
Patriots.
Oh,
Go
yeah.
Belichick.
The Patriots. The Patriots cheated for 15 years and nothing ever happened to them. They lost one draft pick.
Yeah. I don't know.
Tom Brady sat out for 3 weeks. Oh no!
Okay, maybe this isn't popular. Maybe this isn't the right thing to say, but I feel
Don't
like
say anything pro Patriots right now. I'm gonna kill you.
that is way less egregious than like the Astros cheating. But okay, I lost Kevin. I shouldn't have said it.
he left. What if he had just like popped up behind you in your frame? That would be hilarious.
Yeah, he just stabbed me.
He just teleported and like strangled you.
Whoa.
there he is.
Whoa.
I mean, Bill Belichick ruined Mike Martz's career.
He really did,
He
though.
really did by cheating
That was
because Mike Martz was like, "We've got this. This is
I don't
something
care about
they've never
Deflategate.
seen before.
I
like,
care about Spygate.
Yeah, this is something they've never seen before. It's going to ruin them. It's going to wreck them." And then they saw everything coming. Mike Martz's brain broke.
Yeah, he was
drafted never the same
lineman
and
ever again.
It's hilarious now, but then it ruined me. Just like it ruined him.
You're not.
You know what though, Mob? If the Rams hadn't lost that Super Bowl, they'd still be in St. Louis, and we'd still be sad. So that's my take. All roads lead to.
I want to go
Patrick
into the
Mahomes.
multiverse where the Rams
I really
stayed in
think-
St. Louis and see what happened. Because
If they had tried, they had.
I think
they
I
won the
would be
Super Bowl
sad.
4 years later. We'd be sad.
they wouldn't have
We'd
tried
be-
though. Would they?
I think if they won that Super Bowl, I don't know if Kroenke gets involved if they win that Super Bowl. God, Stan Kroenke. I know we're getting down a dangerous path here. Let's move on.
Okay. All right.
I'm still up to. Well, I can't incriminate myself. We'll talk after.
All right.
Yeah, dude,
Okay.
I'm down too. Whatever you're thinking, I'm down.
Tom, I appreciate your bag of the week.
I'm down to get arrested with you, bro.
Freaking
All right.
Astros. They can.
I love getting conversations going.
Yeah. All right. Well, let's round it out with our last back of the week with Mob. Mob, what is your back of the week?
All the Chiefs are back.
They're all back.
Literally, the ones that left are back.
Yeah.
I love this when this happens in any sport where like one team signs a former player from a different team and then like halfway through the season they're like, this isn't working out, go back home.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of the most recent example because it happens all the time. I feel like
All
it
the
happened in the NBA, maybe somewhere. It happens with the Patriots.
Well, the
lot. It's
Patriots
probably
do it all
gonna
the
happen with
time.
JC Jackson. Yeah.
Yeah. So like they traded for Mecole Hardman, which is just like adding the same player that they already have in their wide receiver room 5 times over. So
Yeah.
and then they're probably going to add Frank Clark. And you know what? Great. That's
Yeah.
fine.
My tummy hurts. Clark.
Neither players are necessarily, I feel like, a need at this point.
No.
But it's also like because they're both. I mean, I think Frank more than McCole. Frank is definitely a fan favorite if you're a Chiefs fan.
Well, and in my opinion, like so McColl's
Yeah.
just going to take over the punt return and kick return role and then a few gadget plays on offense.
He's
In
wearing
my
number
opinion,
12. That's gonna F with my brain for a while.
Yeah, they should have required Richie James to give him number
Yeah,
17
dude, give that
to
up.
Deal with it.
Yeah.
My opinion, if they get Frank Clark, that's actually like a situational pass rusher that can do some damage on third downs and keep other people's legs fresh.
Yep.
So to me, that's like an actual piece that I'm okay with.
Sure.
McCole,
And
McCole was
apparently-
just like the Spider-Man meme in our wide receiver room. So
Yeah,
Yeah.
dude, we have 10 of the same guy right now.
Yeah.
That was a good tweet, Mob.
Yeah. Good tweet. Good interneting by Mob. If you don't follow Mob on Twitter, you should.
ABC always be contenting.
Yeah, so I'm excited. I don't know if it's going to make a huge impact. I think really with the Chiefs, it's a matter of just getting here. What week is it? Is this week 7 we're going into?
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's like we're
yeah, we're
still
5-1.
kind of like not our offense isn't really in the groove that we would like it to be at this point. But the thing about the Chiefs is that like, I mean, they'll probably get there.
I'm just telling
They're gonna be
Kenny, I'm
fine.
warning you this week. And
Okay.
Mob knows this already, but Kenny, I'm warning you. This is going to be the most bullshit game you've ever watched on Sunday. FYI. I say that every week, but especially since it's the Chargers, it's going to be like 23-17 in the fourth quarter. We're going to have missed 4 field goals, and the Chargers are going to get the ball back with 2.5 minutes and a chance to win the game, and we're going to be pulling our hair out.
I don't.
Just so you know.
In general, I don't like when we play the Chargers because it feels like that every time.
They play us tough and everyone else light.
Yeah, that's
They're
kind of how the
bad
Broncos
against
were last
everybody
year,
else.
too. Like the Broncos were just tremendously bad against every team except the Chiefs.
my
Which
only
makes
thing,
sense. It's division.
my only thing to push back is we haven't watched in the Patrick Mahomes era a Chiefs team that has this defense, which is legitimately a top 5 defense
It's
in the league.
good.
Legitimately, there are like
We haven't-
no holes, and we're getting
Yeah,
Charles Omenihu back.
true.
Like, that's my
thought that
only
was-
thing. So I don't disagree. Honestly, I think it's going to be kind of the opposite. We're going to be down,
Okay, even
And
worse. But
the Chargers are
going
to charge her, and we'll somehow pull it out.
You know what? You're
that's
right. You're
what
right.
happens.
You're right. Chargers are down to Charger at any moment.
Like it's gonna be 17-13.
I'm already mad. I'm pre-mad.
I'm pre-mad.
Pre-mad about it.
Well, tomorrow will be a good day.
And then we get the Broncos again.
I know. In Denver.
Gross.
Oh boy. Anyways, Mom, thank you for your back of the week. We appreciate you. So let's move on to our uglies of the week. And Kev, what's your ugly, bro?
I already forgot. What is my ugly?
You wrote it down, and I don't know what
I got
it is.
It's a TikTok trend called silent walking. Basically, Gen Z TikTokers have discovered walking without your phone or music. Like, so the girl that quote discovered this was like, my boyfriend challenged me to like just walk somewhere, go on a walk without headphones, or just like basically just to walk somewhere. And she's like, she basically discovered her internal dialogue. She discovered thinking. She discovered not being listening to a podcast, distraction. Like they discovered, Gen Z has discovered going for a walk. They've discovered nature. They discovered thinking while you're just going. It both infuriated me and cracked me up at the same time.
I hate kids.
But here's the crazy part.
I love my kid, but I hate
silent walking. Somehow they're still recording themselves silent walking. So their phone is still there somehow. So yeah.
I love how online Kevin is.
Yeah, Kevin's so online. He's so plugged in.
I am online. I probably need to
This is why I don't go online that much.
Normally I learned the trends of the children and the youth from people who, have children and youth. But I love when I learn trends from Kevin because of how online he is.
Here, just based on my place of work, I'm around some younger people, and I will say I learn it from them half the time. So I'm just regurgitating information.
Right.
Like that's where this came from. I didn't find this on my own, but still.
I learned from coworkers some of the sayings that kids are saying these days yesterday, and I do enjoy the term.
What?
Like that's dog water, man.
Dog water, bro.
I like that
You're
one.
dog water, bro.
Yeah.
I'm truly upset. I hate.
I can't remember some of the other ones. Yeah, silent walking's real dog water, man.
It's just walking.
That
on God, it's
just
dog
walk.
water.
No,
it's walking.
I hate it.
I'm gonna have
Mom, what was the other one?
Phrase of the week.
What was the other one? It's like, that's hands, bro.
Hands.
Yeah, that means that's something I'll fight over.
Oh, yeah. Okay. I mean, I don't like. Yeah. Okay. Grammatically, I feel like that one's flawed.
I've never fought in a war.
But
is this what a veteran feels like?
I think so.
Just being angry with younger generations.
It's just so funny that they discovered going for a walk.
Yeah.
Like this girl had never not had something playing in her headphones or had an iPad, whatever. And she went on a 10-minute walk to CVS and was like, "Oh my God, I thought about something for like 10 straight minutes."
Can you imagine walking around Mizzou's campus not listening to 30 Seconds from Mars? Because I can't.
That's a good point.
I did it all the time.
Yeah, I have a hard time. If we're being real honest, I have a hard time thinking about when I go on walks, like just not listening to a podcast.
Yeah, like when I walk the dog, I listen to music or a podcast, but sometimes I don't, and it's really nice.
So I've been trying to be more mindful about it. Like I try to mow the lawn without headphones sometimes. Basically when I drive to and from work, I try not to listen to anything because it just gets me all riled up anyway. It's only 10 minutes, so it's not a big deal.
It's not a huge commute.
I can go 10 minutes. If it was like 20, 30, 40, I'd probably launch myself out the window. But
right.
Just open the door and roll out.
Yeah.
Like I took the dog on a 10-minute walk this morning. I didn't listen to anything. Like I can do that. That's easy. That's fine.
Especially it's easier to fall. It's easier to silent walk in the fall than any other season. That's my take. There's good nature sounds, good rustling of the crunchy leaves, blah blah blah. Summer, tough. Nothing about hot
if
summer
I'm even going for a walk in the summer.
Yeah.
Winter's kind of cool though because it's so quiet.
Yeah, that is true.
It's like
that is
especially
true.
after like a good snowfall. Ooh.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Crunch.
Miss that.
Speaking of snowfall, we're just never getting snow again. It's 80 degrees here today.
It's going to be
sucks.
94 here
70
today.
today, but
Yeah, it's gonna be hotter than that.
Today's really weird
Nice.
for us.
But it's 2/3 of the way to November, and I feel like I'm
unless
still
we
in
get that
shorts.
big old El Nino like they're expecting, we actually could get some snow this year.
Dude, anytime anyone says El Nino, I think Chevy Chase in Snow Day. Anybody else?
What a reference.
El
I always think
Nino.
of Chris Farley.
Yeah,
Well, that's the correct one, but Snow Day was on
Spanish
Max a
for the
couple
Nino.
months ago, so I watched like just bits and pieces of it, and it's weird to watch
Installments.
back a movie you haven't seen since you were like 8, and you catch all the weird references that they make, and you had no idea what it meant.
It's also weird to go back.
Chevy
and watch
Chase
movie
fights
that
a guy
you-
in that movie.
Yeah,
He fights
it's
another local rival weatherman.
It's
I love
also
it.
weird to go watch a movie that you last saw when you were 8 and realize how bad it is. Because I do that.
It's real. It was real bad.
Like Space
really
Jam,
bad.
the glass shattering on Space Jam.
Yeah, I thought this was good. No, dude,
You know what's still-
it's not.
You know what still holds up is
Homeward Bound.
Yes,
Okay,
always.
Homeward Bound.
100%.
true. Peter, I'm back. Shadow. Remember when Sassy gets caught in the river? Hilarious.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that was
I remember it
traumatic.
all, dude.
There's,
I don't even
there's-
remember what I was going to say. anymore.
there's
Homeward
a
Bound rules.
Instagram clip that my wife found. It's this dad just filming his daughters watching that, and they're just dying, like
Oh.
crying, like ah! And the dad's just like and
It's all gonna work
Where
out.
she gets found by a kindly frontiersman.
Yeah, it's maybe not, okay for this generation. It's a little too tough, a little
Yeah.
too hard for them.
They can't
'Cause
walk in silence.
we're built
apparently.
tough.
Yeah,
Also,
we're
the funny
we're
thing
Yeah,
about that
millennials.
movie-
We're the toughest
we are
around.
built tough. Funny thing about that movie is they like are basically in pet heaven when they're in a farm with a bunch of other animals. And
Yeah.
it's an awesome place. I'd live there today.
Okay.
But the
I believe
garbage
you.
are
On all
couldn't
fours.
hang.
All right. Well, Kev, thank you for your ugly.
I don't remember what it was anymore.
Silent walking. Remember?
That's
How'd you
right.
get here?
Going to walk today.
All right. And so let's move on to Tom. Tom, what is your ugly of the week?
My ugly of the week, SEC football, other than Mizzou. And here's a prime
Oh.
example. South Carolina's head coach, who we play today, broke his foot last week because he kicked something in anger.
I like that.
And that's hilarious because
Shows he cares.
shows he cares, but like they also kind of suck.
Mhm.
And there's not been, I don't know, from what I don't watch every single game. That's impossible. But
I like to note that we're recording this before the football game today, in which
Yeah,
Mizzou
so
plays South Carolina. So that means
this
we're
could
gonna
really
lose
be-
to South Carolina.
this could
We're
age
gonna do
very
it.
poorly.
It's gonna happen.
But here
We're
we are.
gonna look
I've
ahead
already
to
said
Georgia,
it.
and we're gonna lay an egg on homecoming weekend in front of all our Tigers that have come home. That's just what we
Yeah.
do here.
Just
Yeah.
like what
That's
Kevin
right.
does is always says his team is going to lose no matter
Hey,
what.
don't.
Just don't. Just don't.
It's
Mizzou's
definitely-
Go out there and do
Mizzou's
it.
playing St. Mary's School for the Blind, and they're gonna lay an egg.
Yeah.
They probably did. They probably
University
scored
of Phoenix
18 points.
online.
I'd
Well,
take
yeah,
Mizzou in that
I
one.
agree. I feel like SEC football in general this year, not great, minus Mizzou, best team in the nation.
Alabama's not Alabama. Like
We're just still
they could
pretty
easily
dang
lose
good,
to
am I
LSU.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Yes, you're crazy, Kevin. All Mizzou has to do is win out. In college
Yeah,
football
that's all they gotta
championship,
do.
here we come.
Yep, all we
we
gotta
gotta
do.
do is
Just
beat
take it a day
Georgia,
by day, game by
Tennessee.
game.
Mhm.
The most Mizzou thing to happen would be us beating Georgia, beating Tennessee, beating Florida, and then we lose at Arkansas the last weekend of the season.
And we don't make
Or-
the college
yes.
football playoff. Yeah.
That would be just
It would be
perfect.
cool to make it the last year of the 4-team, make it in the playoff.
Yeah, it won't happen, but
Yeah.
that'd be
I'm
cool.
speaking it
We'll
into
see.
existence. We'll see. Well, yeah, cool. Yeah, SEC football, like kind of trash this year.
But
And,
so
I
is like
mean,
all college football,
Saw a lot of
except for the Pac-12.
yeah, Pac-12's good,
Pac-12
Big Ten's
are
good,
awesome.
Big 12.
Saw a lot
yeah.
of Viggo Mortensen with a Gamecock head kicking the helmet that was a football helmet and him screaming when he broke his toe. Saw a lot of those this week.
Good reference. Good reference. Shane Beamer. Good reference.
Yeah.
All right, cool. All right. Well, let's move on to our last ugly of the week. Mob, what's your ugly this week, bro?
Mine's kind of like Tom's, but we're going to go towards the NFL, and we're just going to say offense in the NFL. I don't remember the last time where I was like, sweet, I get to sit down and watch Red Zone all day. It's going to be great. And I came away feeling like I just wasted a day.
No one can
That was
score
last
inside
Sunday.
the 20.
It was
crazy.
Ugly and gross and not fun. And what is happening?
It's weird, bro.
Finally started to figure it out.
All you have is the Dolphins.
Yeah.
And they haven't played anyone yet.
Mm-hmm.
We'll find out Sunday night about the Dolphins, right? Sunday night or Monday?
Sunday.
I think it's Sunday night.
The Niners play Monday.
Right.
Niners, Vikings.
Who did the Dolphins play?
The
Eagles.
Ah, yeah. Go Birds. Yeah. They seem they're I mean, they've got the firepower, but they're about the only team that does. And even their firepower is a little inconsistent.
Like when the league has been built so much on offense, to have a year that's down like this, like the unders are covering like crazy.
I know.
Yeah.
And
Hit those unders.
It feels
yeah. Feels dirty. Yeah.
Feels like the 90s.
Yeah.
It's a different era.
Except in the 90s, they were trying to not score. This feels like we're trying and just can't.
Right. I've become accustomed to a standard, and I would like for everyone to uphold that standard.
I think that's fair. I don't think you're asking for much.
I'm not.
Right.
I have one afternoon of the week where I get to just sit there like a blob and intake football. It's sacred.
Yeah.
So are you strictly a red zone guy, or are you watching any individual games that aren't the Chiefs at this point?
If the Chiefs aren't playing, it's red zone.
It's red
why
zone,
else? Why? I mean, no commercials. You've got Scott Hansen, who's just your best friend.
Hansen's awesome, dude.
He's great.
And they just do. Like, it's not like you're gonna miss anything, because if anything happens, they're gonna show
it to
like,
you.
Like there are some. What I love about it is they'll show replays, and usually it's like, oh, it's a replay. It's gonna be a touchdown. Not on red zone.
No. So
It might be a 5-yard run that got them into like a second and close
field goal range.
So I just why would I watch anything?
They
else?
really should rename it red zone, because it don't even care about who's in the red zone anymore. It's more like, what's a better name for it?
Football time.
Right.
Yeah, the football show.
NFL Network football time.
I did just listen to Scott Hansen do a podcast with Russillo this last week, and he is the same, I think, in real life as he is on the show. Scott Hansen is just Scott Hansen.
Yeah,
he's absolutely.
He's down to host any minute.
Yeah, he's always ready, always prepared to be a host. Yeah. I don't think there's a way, now that we've had red zone, I can't imagine a scenario where I watch football, just like a game that's not a Chiefs game
that you don't care about,
right? Because I'll try to watch like Sunday night and like Monday night and Thursday night football, and I just like am after like the first quarter, I'm like, I'm gonna go do something.
So I can do Sunday night
boring
still for the most part, but I said this recently in our group text that every Thursday night comes, I'm like, sweet, football's on. I watch 15 minutes of the first quarter, and I'm just like, this blows, and then I just stop watching.
My routine lately
every week,
and I turn it on, but I mute it,
and then,
and then I'm sitting there reading a book, and if I want to, football, okay, book.
It's joyful.
That's been my move for a while. I did that a lot with baseball, but I can't watch that anymore because the MLB sucks. But it's a different topic.
Yeah. Well, yeah, that NFL offense, pretty ugly.
Gross.
Get it together, NFL.
Nasty.
Yeah. I mean, we're supposed to be in the golden age of offense.
Doesn't feel like it. Maybe it'll come back. Maybe. Anyways, I did have a friend whenever a couple years ago, whenever the Rams and the Patriots were in the Super Bowl. And it was like, what was the final score? Like 9-3.
It's the only Super Bowl.
Only Tom Brady wins that Super Bowl, by the way. Only Tom Brady has that crap of a showing and wins a Super Bowl. What a piece of garbage guy.
I just remember the next day at work, one of my coworkers was like, I actually really liked it. That's how football should be. And I was like, yeah, dude, I really love watching people punt. Punts are
Yeah.
the best. Oh,
People
I
that talk
still
about
watch
I
punts.
want a good defensive battle, they're lying.
Yeah,
Boring.
You
I
know
think it was
who's
just
probably
to be a contrarian. So,
you know who's probably sitting out there and like, I know why the offense is bad this year because I'm not here.
Mike Martz.
Aaron Rodgers.
Rodgers.
Yeah.
Oh,
Mike
God.
Martz. That's it.
I bet Aaron's watching this and being like, I'm the savior.
I will fix football.
I hope he
Here,
tries
here.
to play this season. I really do. I think it'd be really funny.
Yeah.
There's no way that
I was
there's no way it worked
pre-show
out well.
before we got in here. I was talking about how I was coming around to him a little bit, and I talked about this a few episodes ago too. I was coming around to Aaron Rodgers, and
I think
then
he sucks more than ever.
He ruined it. He just ruined it. Can't stand him. Every time he opens his mouth, just
What
shut
ruined
up,
it for you
dude.
this time?
Hey,
Mr.
everyone,
Pfizer
everyone,
stuff?
watch me. I'm going to go stand on a field with a snapped Achilles and throw around a football. And then the next
I'm
day, I'm
tired.
going to go on Pat McAfee and say, everyone, slow down. I may not be coming back this year. Everyone, look at me.
Rant number 2.
2 rants
yeah.
for the price of 1.
Hell yeah.
All right.
Content.
Hey,
Get 'em.
ESPN, you can call me. My number is 878-6400-92.
9-2.
Okay. Cool.
Your phone number.
Just giving out that phone number on the internet. Always a good idea. All right. So, hey, that's about it for us here at the Junk Drawer. But before we go, it's time to do our Baldwin College football update. Everyone's favorite segment. So let's see how those polar bears have been doing.
They lost the game, so I'm just.
They did.
Yeah,
They had
season over.
they actually had a little bit of a losing streak there on September 30th and October 7th. But they came back and won. They beat Bates. They mastered Bates last week.
Yeah.
Nice.
So congratulations to Baldwin coming off of a huge win. And then they do play today. I think kickoff is in about an hour. If you are interested. Let's see. Who are we playing today? Who are we playing?
I think Tufts, maybe. Does that sound right?
I think
Was that last week?
we played Tufts on October 7th.
Wesleyan's today.
Wesley, big game.
Bears.
Big game against Wesleyan. So let's
You
see if we
know-
can turn last week's win into a win streak.
It's always shocking to me when we do these kinds of
Kevin.
things.
Bye,
Bye,
Kevin.
Kevin.
Bye, Kev.
It's always shocking to me when we do these things, the amount of universities that exist.
Yes.
like
yeah. So many
Bates.
schools out there. Yeah.
What's Bates? Where is it? Can I go? Does it
And
have
are
something
there-
to do with Psycho? Like,
And are there diehard Bates fans? I'd like to know.
right.
Lewiston, Maine is where Bates College is located.
Sometimes I forget
I
Maine's
bet that's
state.
beautiful. I
Yeah.
bet that's a beautiful campus.
Yeah, I forget about Maine a lot. I also forget about Vermont. Forget they
Yeah.
exist.
The Northeast is just like
They're
there,
beautiful.
Yeah.
but
New
it's
Hampshire.
all one glob.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm sure it's beautiful.
Oh, Kevin, you're
Who's
back.
My cat unplugged my power cord. What a dick.
back?
Man, the cat.
Everything went black.
Anyways, well,
She sucks.
Kev, you joined us just in time to say goodbye. So we'll be back soon. Be sure, of course, to follow Korked Bats on Twitter and Instagram. And then, yeah, of course, check out korkedbats.com for all your favorite Korked Bats content. Guys, you got anything else you need to say before we go?
Fire Mo.
Don't get a cat. Don't get a cat.
Don't get
Fire
it.
Mo.
I'm cool.
Fire Mo.
Fire
Tom's
Mo.
cool. All right. Well,
Fire him.
ahoy.
Aloha.